So there's been this ridiculous kind of thing going on in Hollywood where these actors and actresses and people who attended the Oscars, really in specific, just can't get over the fact that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Like, I'm so tired of hearing about this at this point. I mean, it was starting to get played out like the first or second day it happened. But at this point, it sounds like we're going to be hearing about this Will Smith slap for like the next 6 years, bro. This is like the biggest moment in Hollywood history, apparently, because so many people have come out and just made this moment all about themselves over the last, I don't know how long. I don't even know how long it's been since this happened. You know, it's not even that recent anymore. I don't know, it's been like a month, maybe a month and a half, something like that. I just genuinely don't know, right? But I continue to see primarily, well, there's been 2 people who've done it now, that continue to make this moment about themselves and continue like going to the media and conducting interviews about this. And by the way, spoiler alert here, neither of the 2 people who are, you know, so worked up about this still are either Chris Rock or Will Smith, the 2 people involved. So I don't know if that says anything to anyone else, that the people who literally were involved in the situation don't even care about it anymore, you know? Like, Chris Rock is on stage joking about it, and Will Smith is still kind of dealing with the fallout from the situation and has already apologized and accepted his punishments that he got. Yet all I continue to hear about is this cope that these 2 actresses in particular have kind of had over this whole thing, and I'm just so tired of hearing it, man. So first, it was Amy Schumer, right? We already made a video talking about her whole response to this whole thing and what she had to say because it was stupid enough in its own, right? It deserved its own video to talk about. But now, Wanda Sykes, out of anybody, has decided that she now needs to be a victim and needs to be, I guess, looked at as a victim in this situation. I didn't know it was getting to this point. I had no idea, bro, but apparently this is what we're on these days. When you can't get enough attention to your own name by, you know, acting or anything like that, you gotta just play victim in the media for a little bit, right? So Wanda Sykes is still processing Will Smith's infamous Oscar slap. While on a comedy tour stop in Orlando, Florida on Thursday evening, the comedian said that she remains unsettled after Smith slapped Chris Rock during the 2022 Academy Awards in March. Quote, "I'm still traumatized," Sykes, 58, told audience members at the event, which took place at the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. "I can't talk about it. I get emotional. I couldn't believe he was still sitting there like an asshole," the star continued, referring to how Smith remained seated during the ceremony before later winning the Best Actor award. "Shouldn't you be sitting there with a lawyer or LAPD, motherfucker?" added Sykes. "I hope he gets his shit together. Until then, fuck him." Alright, so she did not mix her words up. What's crazy about this is she's a comedian and told no fucking joke. Literally zero punchline whatsoever. It's incredible what passes for a fucking comedian these days. Apparently you can do what commentary YouTubers have been doing for the past 7 years and get called a fucking comedy genius for it, so that's pretty cool. So I just want to add, I didn't know this, but she is a 58-year-old woman and she is actually coping like this. Which is insane because there's nothing for her to even cope with, right? Like there's no situation where she needs to be fucking coping this hard, inhaling copium this hard. Like, what the fuck are you traumatized about? Because you saw somebody get slapped in the face? It just makes me think, right? Like, you can go down to the local veterans hospital, right? And you got some of them guys that fought in fucking Vietnam, you know, watch their buddies' brains get blown out in their fucking lap, or, you know, watch napalm burn the trees down in front of them, and, you know, dealt with Agent Orange exposure and all kinds of just horrible, traumatizing shit. You got people out there that have survived like disgusting freak car accidents, have had their arms chopped off, but Wanda Sykes, everybody, is a victim because she saw a comedian get smacked in the fucking face at the Oscars. She's a victim, everybody, when she was sitting in one of the most valuable seats on the fucking planet, or, well, it would have been one of the most valuable seats on the planet when the Oscars were still really relevant. She's a victim, everybody, because she saw something happen. And what did she see happen? A dude get slapped in the face and the show continue with no delay. Like, you would think, with the way she's fucking talking, that Will Smith would have, like, lifted off the ground like a fucking Super Saiyan and transformed and, like, blew this dude to smithereens. Meanwhile, all that happened was a dude got slapped in the face and it was interesting for like a couple days, and it's not those couple days anymore. Like, it's insane how this one moment has changed the trajectory of comedy in general. Chris Rock's joking about it, which I expected. He's a fucking comedian. He's the one who got slapped, right? I mean, it's kind of his moment. Amy Schumer has done everything she can to make this moment all about her too, and then now Wanda Sykes, you know, she must have ran out of some fucking content or something, bro. Apparently the jokes don't write themselves these days, man. Are there ghostwriters in comedy? Because honestly, if there are, what the fuck are they doing? Sykes has previously spoken out about the Oscars incident in the past. During an episode of the Ellen DeGeneres show, days after the slap, the star said that she, quote, physically felt ill watching the occurrence. And for them to let Will stay in that room and enjoy the rest of the show and accept his award, I was like, how gross is this? This sends the wrong message, Sykes added at the time. Sykes also shared how the incident played out from her perspective as a host, telling Ellen DeGeneres that she, quote, felt so awful for my friend Chris when she found out about it while backstage. Quote, I saw Chris at Guy Ossery's after party, and as soon as I walked up to him, the first thing he said is, I'm so sorry. I was like, why are you apologizing? Said Sykes. He was like, it was supposed to be your night. You and Amy and Regina were doing such a great job. I'm so sorry this is now going to be about this, because that's who Chris is, she added to DeGeneres. So she's already had her opportunity to make this moment all about herself by going on fucking television shows like Ellen DeGeneres and airing out all of the private details of her conversation with Chris Rock so she could get some fucking brownie points. But apparently that wasn't enough, guys. You know, it wasn't enough to get on national television and falsely make yourself a victim one time, right? Then you gotta actually create your own stand-up special that you sell tickets to, and then you basically just complain about that on stage too and say it's comedy. Like, this is so fucking cringe to me, bro. Like, the people that have come forward and tried to make this situation all about them, it's so fucking cringe. Like, who honestly cares anymore, bro? This shit happened not that long ago, but like long ago enough where like people don't give a fuck that much anymore, right? Like, let me know in the comments below, like, are you still worked up about the fucking Oscars slap? Like, do you guys have PTSD from seeing Will Smith hit this dude? Did that also end your guys' fucking eternal term of happiness too? I don't know, man. Am I just too desensitized where I'm just like, dude, it's not that fucking deep and like everyone else is just triggered by this forever? I don't know. But what this screams to me is like, hey, we need a reality check. I mean, how much of a sheltered fucking life have you lived to where one of the most traumatizing things you continuously bring up to make yourself a victim is seeing a guy get slapped in the face at an award show? Like, have you never seen anything worse than this? Is this literally the pinnacle of danger that you've ever experienced? What it really comes down to is these people have pretty much like limited to no originality, and instead of actually writing content and like actually writing something to fucking joke about at their comedy stand-up specials, what they just do instead is take the most low-hanging fruit possible. Fucking, like, literally, at this point, I think it's been months since it's happened. Yeah, it's been almost 2 months ago at this point, so instead of, like, writing that new shit that actually makes people laugh, they just take that low-hanging fruit of where they just get to grab that shit up, you know? Why actually write a stand-up special when you can just say, hey, I was at the Oscars, I was traumatized. And then apparently the whole fucking crowd just jumps up into, like, uproarious laughter. The comedy gods beckon down onto the fucking arena that they've sold out for this event, let out a sly chuckle, and then fucking guarantee them the spot into comedy god heaven. I don't know, man. I think it's so fucking cringe, bro. Like, at the end of the day, it's really not that deep. These people are like overworking it at this point, you know, the fucking let it die, bro. If it's so traumatizing and so triggering that it's just like fucking ruined your perspective and you're just so triggered by it even still today, why not just go to therapy for it? Like, fucking celebrities will do anything except go to therapy, apparently, bro. Instead of just fucking telling somebody how they feel like that's trained to handle it, they're airing out quote-unquote trauma on the comedy stage. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? That's probably the last place you should be airing that out if it's real trauma. Anyway, with that being said, though, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Apparently, I don't know how to say my own merch name anymore. Make sure to check out Shop Optimus down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, just stunned that this is still a fucking conversation, and signing out.